Um, well, yeah, I just want to start on you after I would imagine what has been a frustrating year. It must have been nice the last couple of months just to be out on the pitch and doing what it was you'd been trying to do all year.
Yeah, there's always something. So I've got myself back fit and happy to be playing, and we're not winning as much as I have hoped. That's the issue this time. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is, it's difficult, especially when you've been out for a while and the team's not quite doing it. I guess at least now you feel you can do something about that on the pitch rather than sort of sat on the sidelines watching.
Yeah, it is still frustrating, but I don't know which one I'd take. I don't know which is sorry. I don't know which. I know which one I'd take. It was definitely on the pitch, but I don't know which one's as frustrating. Whether it's screaming and shouting on the sideline or screaming and shouting on the pitch. It's just frustration. Yeah.
Yeah, so and having seen and been involved on the pitch, you're probably in as good a position as anyone to try and figure out what is it about the team that does so well in so many areas, but just when it comes to scoring goals, that seems to be the Achilles heel this year.
Yeah, that seems to be the situation this year. I feel up until, I could say from my personal role, which is up until probably the Chesterfield game and then maybe the one after, where we were keeping a lot of clean sheets and or conceding one top corner goal like Wrexham for example, and the back 4, 5 or 6 were kind of keeping a good solid base for us to work from, which is not lose a game and then let the goals come freely basically, which isn't such a bad thing. That's not too bad at all, because we're gonna make chances, and if we take our chances, we were kind of up for winning games. But as of late, we've now not been doing that, and we've been conceding silly goals, rubbish goals, and then it makes it look like it's all doom and gloom, and we're a really bad team, and it's the worst thing in the world. But we're not actually that far off from where we should be, say.
Yeah, and for you, I mean, having been involved in dressing rooms with lots of senior players, and then obviously I would imagine this is one of the younger dressing rooms you've been in. And how do you have to adjust the way that you are with your teammates and trying to get them G'd up, frankly, in what must be a difficult time?
Yeah, it's kind of, I've been trying to relay that every team goes through bad spells. Every team, it wasn't so long ago we were having an unbeaten run. And football can change in a blink of an eye. And I do believe that if we didn't concede so late at Notts County, I think we would have kicked on and we would have been winning games again. But that goal specifically took so much wind from our sails. So what I've been trying to do is explain and how close we are. Like, we go and win that game, and then we win the next 2 after through momentum and playing so well. It's a completely different scenario over the last couple of weeks, but that wasn't the case. So what we've got to do is get back to what we were doing Notts County previous to Chesterfield, and kind of go and get back to that, really.
Yeah, and dressing rooms can be tough places, frankly, can't they? If some home truths need to be spelled out, then they're the places where it happens. Are you able to do the same sort of thing with the younger pros that you've got at Yeovil, or do you have to temper a little bit what it is that you're passing on?
No, there's no especially under this gaffer. There's no temper, really. I said a few of my frustrations in a aggressive manner over the weekend to a couple of the younger lads, and to be fair to them, they took it on the chin. And I think we had a day off after, and then we were back to work on a Thursday, so it was back to work on the Monday it was. So it wasn't they're taking it well in terms of they're not stropping, they're not, oh, he shouted at me and all that sort of stuff, because I just don't think that them types of players would last in this dressing room, like I said, especially under the manager. But it's not so much the taking it on board from a senior player, it's then got to be translated into performing while on the pitch, and that's the bit we're trying to crack. There's a balance of bad cop, good cop, because there's a lot of people kind of, I was used to be since I've just come back from injury, I was more of the encourager and the positive way of thinking it. But after our last couple of performances, my frustrations came out, and I did give a few home truths, and hopefully that reaction will show on the weekend, show tomorrow.
And for you, are you still enjoying the game as much as you ever have, results notwithstanding, and still the passion there for you?
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, playing football, passion will never go out of me. It doesn't matter how much my body hurts at the moment. The love for football won't go. Like I said, football will change, and it changes. I've learnt that over the years. Literally, you can be on top of the world, and then you're going on a losing streak, and then vice versa. You can be on a losing streak. We win one game, win the next one, and then all of a sudden we're on another roll again. And we see in this dressing room can do it, because we have done it already. I think it was 12 or 13 unbeaten. That's how things work. I've had squads where the year previous where we were completely way off the mark, have a good pre-season, come back and then win the league the next year. So it's with the same squad, maybe with a couple of tweaks and changes, but pretty much the same squad. So, and I'm not saying we're waiting until next year, because we've got a game tomorrow. So I'm just saying how quickly things can turn.
Well, hopefully they do this weekend, and I suppose if you are looking for that kick-start, then against Dover, who, as we know, have had a difficult season and struggled to pick up any points, this is as good a chance as any.
Yeah, of course, absolutely, of course. It's why not tomorrow? Why not tomorrow? I said this on Tuesday. Said that on Saturday. It was any game is an opportunity to go out and perform personally yourself, but then also as a group to change our momentum, confidence, just change the look a little bit. So why not tomorrow?
Superb. Thank you, Mark. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Morning, Mark.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's difficult to when you go out against a team such as Dover. They've improved a lot, haven't they, of late? I mean, they used to be almost sort of everybody's whipping boys, really. But so, how do you get the mindset right that look, this is still a team that we've got to beat. It's no good going out there expecting them to roll over.
I think the focus for us at the moment is genuinely been on our performances. We haven't even mentioned the opposition on the weekend. We went and played top of the league recently, and we'll be preparing exactly the same, because it's not so much, we're playing bottom of the league, we should go and let's just go down there and get the points. It doesn't work that way. We need to start winning, and we need to start picking up points. And again, Saturday is the opportunity to get that, regardless of who it is. They'll be fighting for their lives. They'll be trying to get every point possible to try and stay in this league. So it's going to be a battle like any other game.
Yeah, and you seem to play better away from home. I mean, certainly, the Notts County game was a sickener, I expect, bearing in mind that, you were so close to victory. Again, last Saturday against Grimsby, I mean, you had a pretty good first half, for sure. And then kind of, one goal goes in, and it always seems you're always chasing, which, especially at home. Do you feel that, or do you feel more comfortable away from home?
I don't know. I think it feels exactly the same for me personally, but without a shadow of a doubt, what you've said there is it's factually correct. We're not doing well at home as well as we are away. And if I knew the answer to that, then I'd be working alongside Pep, to be honest. But it doesn't bode well, because we should be turning this. But I'm sat in Hewish out, and it should be a fortress, and people should come here. And because the years that I've come down here to play against Yeovil Town, mentally before I get here, I know it's going to be a tough game. I know it's going to be a hard game. There's no easy game against Yeovil. But this year, when I'm here, it seems to be, like you mentioned, we'll get ourselves prepared so well. We'll get riled up for the game. We have the really good first half, and then once a goal goes in, it's kind of, oh dear. And that doesn't seem to happen away from home. And that's just a mentality, really, isn't it? And that's what I'm trying to kind of, I don't know, not teach the boys, but just trying to explain, like, it's still a game of football. The pitch is still the same size, the same ball, and the same set of players you're playing with. It just doesn't, it shouldn't be that way, but it seems to be at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a relatively speaking small squad, right? come in today. But do you find that the fact that obviously when injuries kick in and then there's a lot of chopping and changing in the team is having an effect?
We have a very small squad. There's no getting around that. This is the smallest squad I've ever operated with. And when we have a player injured or out of form, to replace that person, 9 times out of 10 we're playing someone out of position, and how the manager deals with that is absolutely incredible. Like there's absolutely no way getting around that. What I'm used to is I might have 3 players fighting for the right back slot, and then it's my responsibility to be the best right back and get my name on the team sheet. But here it's you're out and you're playing to perform, and you can have 2 or 3 bad games and then you're still having to battle yourself out of that, which isn't that's your job and that's what you should be doing. But there's no breathers, there's no hiding, we're playing with injuries. I've played with injuries all season. There's lads that I know that are playing with there's lads that need operations, that are getting injections to hide them and things like that. It's all over the pitch. But we've got Ted in today, like you just mentioned, which gives Grant a breather, which he hasn't had to have, or which he hasn't had the opportunity to all season. So hopefully Ted can come in and look very good in training. Hope he comes in and has a big effect. But we've kind of needed that all season, really.
Yeah, but you've got a manager that's got a lot of faith in you. He's very, very supportive of the squad, which must help. So all I can say, best of luck tomorrow, and this is the day. This is the day we turn, and now we've got. I mean, if you were to go on a run now, so let's say you beat Dover tomorrow. I mean, do you feel within yourself that there is a possibility you could still go on an unbeaten run right through?
Without a shadow, mate, because we did do that earlier in the start of the season. There was no when that happened, that the start of the run. I can't remember exactly when it was. Apologies, but when we did start that, there was no talk of it. There was no right, lads, we're going to start a run today and then go and do 13, 14 unbeaten. There was no. It just happened from that period of time. Everyone was in form. You make your own luck, but we had the luck with us, and it was that all came, it all clicked and all came together. There's no premeditation of it. It just happened. So we work hard. I honestly thought that I thought the Notts County game would have been a turner for us. We went away, outplayed a very, very strong team in their home patch. And we would have come away and won that deservedly if we didn't concede the late goal, obviously. And then our morale would have changed, our confidence. Alex Bradley had scored his goal, and he's been waiting so hard to get back in the team, and he'll now be right. I've kind of helped the lads, had a massive impact. So there's another player on form for us, and then we would have gone on and carried on and winning, but it didn't go that way due to whatever happened, and now we're back doom and gloom. So we go tomorrow. We pick up the 3 points tomorrow, however it's done, and then we can come back home and reevaluate. Look, lads, like we've got more than everything we need to go on that run again and carry on that form for the end of the season. That's the plan, anyway.
Well, the plan comes to fruition.